But first, Western Mass News is your vaccine authority. Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Pisano. Some movement forward in the COVID-19 vaccination process here in our state. Residents 75 years old and older can now sign up for an appointment, but are being told to be patient. This is Eastfield Mall and some local Stop and Shop locations prepare to start giving out the doses. Western Mass News reporter Sarah Granelli joins us live with the latest. Sarah.
Chris, a Stop and Shop location in West Springfield and Feeding Hills both will be giving out the COVID-19 vaccine. But as we found, those doses were in short supply, with many not being able to get appointments. People 75 years and older headed to their computers Wednesday morning to sign up to get the COVID-19 vaccine. The shots will start to be given out to the first group in Phase 2 on Monday. But Western Mass News found it wasn't smooth sailing for many seniors who tried to book an appointment online.
Because I'm older, computers aren't my life. But I made it through with the help of my niece on the phone and my grandson who came over.
One woman we spoke with says she will get her shot at the Eastfield Mall in Springfield. David Thompson, the property manager at the mall, tells Western Mass News what people can expect.
They're going to walk through the front entrance doors here, right behind you, and they're going to come in and there'll be sign-in tables, not unlike what's happening right there. And then they'll be directed to follow the hallway, if you will, and the vaccines will actually be administered on the other end of the building.
You can also try booking the appointment at the Stop and Shop locations in Feeding Hills and West Springfield. Sign-ups are online only. We tried to see how many appointments were available in the area on Wednesday afternoon, but quickly found they were all booked up. Western Mass News also spoke with West Springfield Mayor William Reichelt. He says they plan to help older community members get appointments by holding clinics twice a week at their senior center.
Just give our senior center a call. They're maintaining a list of folks that do want to get it, and we'll kind of base it off of how many vaccines we get, go down a list of who's eligible, give them a call, see if they're available, get them in.
So the governor says the more vaccines the federal government gives to the state, the more appointments that will be able to be opened up. He says just be patient. This is going to take some time. Live in Springfield, I'm Sarah Granelli for Western Mass News.
Sarah, thank you for that live report. And we have breaking news this evening. A high school ice hockey player is in critical condition after he suffered a serious injury during a game. It was against a local team. Western Mass News reporter Kayla Burton joining us now live in studio with the latest. Kayla?
Chris, absolutely devastating news. Bishop Fee and school officials say senior ice hockey player AJ Quetta is currently in the hospital after being taken away in a stretcher just before halftime in the team's game against Pope Francis Preparatory School just last night at Olympia Ice Center in West Springfield. As of now, Quetta's injury is still undetermined. However, we're told it is very serious. Around 6 minutes before halftime, Quetta crashed his head into the corner board of the rink. Now, he was immediately taken off the ice in a stretcher and transported to Springfield's Bay State Medical Center. After the incident, both teams left the ice for intermission. Western Mass News getting answers from Bishop Fee and President Tim Sullivan, who met with the team earlier today. He says it's been very upsetting for everyone.
They're not great. They're kids, and it's their teammate and their best friend. And he's really hurt, and they don't know what we don't know, right? They don't know his condition. So they're sad, they're scared, they're upset. They want to help, like anyone else would, and they really can't right now. I think they're over shoveling his driveway right now.
Completing the game, as you can see soon on your screen, both teams quickly huddling together, praying for Quetta. Sullivan says he is yet to hear from Quetta's family members. He said he's been in touch with local parents, trying to provide as much support for everyone as possible. And just moments ago, the Boston Bruins showing their support with a statement on Instagram. The statement says in part, quote, "We are keeping AJ, his family, and the Bishop Fee community in our hearts during this very difficult time." Now, Bishop Fee, which is in Attleboro, by the way, was also scheduled to have a game tonight. However, that has been postponed. The school right now just focusing on providing plenty of guidance counselors for support. Now, there is a GoFundMe for AJ's hospital bills that was posted just around 2 o'clock this afternoon. As of this newscast, it has raised almost $48,000. A link that can be found on our website at westernmassnews.com. Coming up later tonight on Western Mass News, more on how this tragedy has impacted those right here in Western Mass. Live in studio, Kayla Burton, Western Mass News.
Wishing that young man the very best. Kayla, thank you for that live report today. Vaccinations began for the Mental Health Association's congregate care staff. The Vice President of Resource Development from the MHA, Kimberly Lee, tells Western Mass News they were able to secure a supply of Moderna's vaccine thanks to their partnership with Springfield Pharmacy, something that's been needed for their frontline workers.
Everybody who is receiving their COVID-19 vaccine today works in a congregate care setting within the MHA system. So direct care staff who have access every day to the individuals we serve in our residential programs as well as our outreach programs as well.
Approximately 50 doses will be available the first week, with additional doses expected to become available to MHA direct congregate care staff members weekly thereafter. Turning now to the latest coronavirus numbers in our state over the last 2 weeks. The Mass Department of Public Health reports slightly more than 3,000 new COVID-19 cases today. So that brings the total number of confirmed cases in the Bay State to more than 484,000. Nearly 81,000 of those are believed to currently be active. The state also reporting 83 new deaths from the virus. The statewide death toll now stands at more than 14,000. UMass Amherst students are unpacking their cars and moving back to campus this week, and many more students will be living in dorms this semester compared to the fall. But the school will be keeping a close eye on COVID-19 test results. Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis is live for us tonight at UMass Amherst with more. Leon?
Chris, driving around, you can see students are starting to move in. Now, some students told me this is their first time stepping foot on campus since they were remote last semester due to COVID-19.
It's exciting. It's definitely nerve-wracking, but I've waited a long time, so I'm ready.
Allison Sabatino is one of many UMass Amherst students moving onto campus housing for the first time. She was remote last semester due to COVID-19. She says her nerves are not related to any fear of getting coronavirus.
More going to college, I would say. The school does a good job so far at the COVID safe, so I feel good about that.
UMass Amherst has a strict COVID-19 testing policy in place. All students who live on campus or have in-person classes must get tested when they get there. They'll get a second test on day 4. After both tests are negative, they can attend in-person classes. After that, they will be tested twice a week throughout the semester. Allison is looking forward to classes starting on Monday.
I'm going to take my first in-person, and I think it'll be better just to focus and have a bunch of other people around me doing the same thing.
Allison is one of 5,400 students moving on campus between now and Monday. Last semester, UMass only had 1,100 students on campus. Typically, they have 13,500 students living in the dorms. A university spokesperson says they understand the likelihood of positive test results with more people in Amherst.
We are in an environment where some people are going to test positive. We know that, but based on where we're at now in terms of our operational posture, we're in what we call a guarded condition.
Now, I'm told they're allowing more students to live in the dorms this semester because of the low number of positive cases last semester. Only 39 of on-campus cases since August. Live in Amherst, Leon Purvis, Western Mass News.
Leon, thank you for that live report. New at 6, UMass Amherst says it's now pausing the men's basketball season, at least until further notice. School officials say this is, quote, due to contact tracing protocols and out of an abundance of caution. The university announcing its game against George Mason, originally scheduled for Saturday, has been postponed. Yesterday, UMass announced tonight's game against Virginia Commonwealth was also postponed for the same reason. And for more coverage on the coronavirus emergency as it continues to develop, log on to our free Western Mass News streaming app.
Well, most of us picked up a fresh 3 to 5 inches of snow with last night and this morning's winter weather, and it was just enough to build a beautiful snowman. This picture is great, coming in from Don, Tessa, and Dawn. So thank you guys so much for sending it in. Snowman definitely looks good. I know Tessa for sure had a hand, at least in building that one. Snow totals across the area ranging from about 5 inches in Coleraine, higher elevations in Goshen and Sunderland, to about 4 inches in Florence, Holyoke, and Ludlow. Also here in Springfield, picking up close to 3 inches of snow, which is not too much, but definitely caused some travel difficulty yesterday. And a lot of your back and secondary roads are still partially snow covered, at least. My neighborhood, I know, is still covered in snow. So make sure that you walk and drive with caution. Temperatures are down below freezing now in Springfield. We're back to 31. Wind has increased a bit out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour. So the wind chill at present is in the lower 20s for the valley and teens for the hill towns. Temperatures right now falling into the upper 20s in many spots for the valley. Pittsfield down to about 24. It's pretty cold in Berkshire County right now. A lot of cloud cover, and that should stick around all the way through tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy but cold, with temperatures dipping to the low 20s, a bit breezy at times. And then for tomorrow, wind will be ramping up throughout the day. It is going to start feeling colder throughout the day too, that's for sure. Highs will barely make it to 30 degrees tomorrow. Wind at 10 to 20 miles an hour, and wind chills plummet tomorrow night. We'll take a closer look at what you can expect in just a few minutes.